Hunger. That feeling of discomfort when you long for one thing and one thing only. Food. Most of us take food for granted, but over 1,000 people, including our friend here, lack access to proper food and nutrition in the Bay Area on a day-to-day basis. 1 in 3 people in the Santa Clara County alone are not able to secure adequate nourishment and instead are forced to cope with the hunger that constantly plagues them. Hunger among low-income families in the Bay Area has become an increasingly pressing issue over the past 50 years. Researchers estimate that 823 million meals are required to properly feed all low-income families in the Bay Area 3 times a day. However, these families are only able to afford enough food to provide 422 million meals, about half of what they actually need, leaving a gap of 402 million meals missing in the Bay Area. The amount of hunger that exists in places around Bay Area, surprisingly, is almost unbeknownst to many. In an anonymous survey, respondents were asked to what extent they were aware of the hunger in the Santa Clara County. But we have an idea that can help solve this problem. We can start right here at Monte Vista. To combat hunger rife in the Bay Area, we propose to establish an annual 2-month-long food drive during the spring, from March to April. The drive itself will be picnic-themed, as students will be asked to donate non-perishable food items generally used during spring picnics. Such items would include peanut butter, cereal, mayonnaise, and pasta. Our goal is to have the picnic food drive in effect by the 2015 to 2016 school year. To make this picnic-themed drive happen, we will partner up with Second Harvest Food Bank. Second Harvest Food Bank is a non-profit organization that uses the donations it receives to help local people obtain nutritious food. Second Harvest Food Bank will provide us with food barrels to collect donations around school. These barrels are 55 gallons and can hold up to 500 pounds of food. To store donated food before the Second Harvest food truck collects donations from Monte Vista High School every 2 weeks, we will rent a pod that will keep the donations secure from damage or theft over the course of the spring food drive. Here's what Mrs. Scott thinks of our proposal.
I think what we want to do is we want to try to build that intrinsic value, so you give to give, you don't give for extra credit. The need doesn't just happen around the holiday time. There's people that live very close to us that benefit from this. I think sometimes we think we live in Cupertino and everyone is very blessed and fortunate, but we definitely have families that are in need.
Our plan is definitely feasible, as many students have expressed an interest in an extended food drive longer than the 1-week homecoming drive. In an anonymous survey, most students reported that they at least have some food lying around their homes that they'd be willing to donate. Let's see what our students think about our proposal.
I think it would really make the view of Monte Vista much better. It would show that we're also really caring and we're willing to donate, and would help a lot for the Second Harvest Food Bank.
I feel like it'll remind people to think outside of just ourselves, because I know that when it's something that's being advertised so much, like, oh, helping out other people, I know that at Monte Vista it's something we often forget because we're so in our own little bubble.
It definitely makes a presence for Monte Vista out there. I think it's a really good way for sort of the school to come together as a community and make an impact on the society around us.
I think it's great to outreach and to help the people around us. I think that's wonderful.
Yes, I would participate.
I would definitely participate because it's pretty easy, everyone has some food laying around that they can bring in.
I just think it's a really good idea and hope to see it happen.
The picnic food drive will help feed and will benefit a large number of people, including homeless people like this man. However, hunger has a direct impact on families very similar to Monte Vista families as well. Irene, Cheyenne, and Dakota are a family that relies on SHFB to receive adequate nourishment on a day-to-day basis. Cheyenne and Dakota are the same age as many students at MV, and they pursue similar activities at school and have similar aspirations as MV students. The only difference between them and the typical students at MV is that they are constantly hungry and have a hard time focusing on their multiple activities during the day being so. Donating food will allow fellow neighbors like Irene, Dakota, and Cheyenne to be nourished and happy, so that they may be able to get through the day without the constant hunger that, unfortunately, plagues them. With MV's help, the Spring/Picnic Drive will make a positive difference in the lives of countless people all around the Bay Area every year. I think our friend would agree.